Let's take a look at The Void. If I remember correctly, there first was this somewhat like teaser trailer that didn't really show anything, but you know, it was intriguing. Maybe I'm talking about a completely different movie, I'm not quite sure actually. But yeah, I do feel like this movie sort of like came out of nowhere and then it was just there. But like within certain like circles, communities, it did get quite some buzz. And you know, it actually got me quite curious to check it out. Obviously it didn't hit any theaters near me, so I thought like, you know, like let's go on that VOD shit. But iTunes was like, well, fuck you. So maybe Amazon? You're right. VOD, like, what does it even stand for? Like, not for people outside of the US? Anyway, that's when I tried so, that joke didn't work at all. Let's see. Most of the movie takes place within this mostly deserted hospital. A sheriff, you know, just doing his thing, ran into a man seemingly in pretty bad condition and brings him back to the aforementioned hospital. There's only a bunch of people left here, one patient, well, no, two, and a small staff, including knives. It's all well until it's not. You know, when crazy shit starts to happen. Then these two seemingly aggressive guys enter the hospital, amping up the tension, and then some more crazy shit happens. Yeah, I mostly remember just a lot of like crazy shit happening in this movie. It's because, you know, like the story, it's there, but I feel like it's not the driving force behind this movie, you know, at least in my experience. I feel like the story kind of like took a step back into the background in order to let other elements of the movie prevail. Mostly the mood or atmosphere, and perhaps most important, the practical special effects. But more on that later. Or well, maybe just right now. I mean, it is kind of the show stealer. The special effects, I mean. And it's mostly practical effects as well, and they're pretty awesome. And that, together with the aforementioned atmosphere, which is kind of going for this Lovecraftian vibe, puts this movie in the category of throwback horror, if you will. But unlike movies like, for example, The Devil's House or We Are Still Here, you know, movies that are really trying to be a movie from the 70s or 80s, I feel like this one does stand on its own as just a movie from this time, but, you know, just with the right amount of, well, throwback. And, well, that's I think what I like most about this movie, you know, like during a lot of it, it's pretty in your face, like a visceral horror movie. And I do feel like this movie has balls. You know, there's definitely some scenes like moments where it goes there, like somewhere that I perhaps didn't expect it to go. And yeah, I appreciate that. But it's far from a perfect movie. Some of the performances they weren't that great, and some of the writing, also of the characters, and you know, like in the relations and their actions, you know, it got pretty lazy at points. I mean, for example, there's this one scene where one character is talking to the other, and he's like, "Oh, your wife lost her child. That's a very traumatic experience. I should know because it also happened to me." And I'm like, dude, like, we get that. Like, don't insult our intelligence. But then again, like I said already earlier, story and then, well, the writing is like, I just feel like what this movie mostly has going on for itself is just like good atmosphere, awesome practical special effects, and then, you know, the whole throwback thing. You know, to like movies like The Thing, like John Carpenter stuff, Hellraiser, all that good 80s shit. So if that is something that sounds cool to you, check it out. It's definitely worth checking out if that's your thing. I mean, sure, in my experience, it kind of took a dip towards the middle, and then when you get towards the end, like, I didn't get any of that. But I had fun, you know, like, I watched it and like very recently, and now I'm already like, oh, I actually kind of want to rewatch it again, and well, that's always a good sign, right? So, and I'm just gonna say it like you guys don't know how I end my videos, but what did you guys think? Pretty cool, right? Or not that much? Let me know in the comments, and we'll talk about it. You know, like I go through them. But until then, have a nice day, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!